What is your American dream?
I was born in New York. My American dream is music, and DJing is the one thing that I love.
My family's from Puerto Rico. I was born and raised in the Bronx. My American dream is to achieve success and prosperity through my hard work.
I am from India. I do hope that each one of us realize our own humanity and start helping each other succeed. We are all humanity, and that's the least we should be able to do.
I am from Poland. My American dreams be close to my kids and my grandkids, be happy, enjoy daily life. My dreams are very humble.
I'm from Suriname, South America. My American dream is to take advantage of opportunities to excel at my talents.
Everyone has a right to the American dream.
Well, Spar and Bernstein has been nothing but great to me throughout my trials. I mean, it's 5 years into this car accident, and they never gave up on me, never. And in everything, they fought for me, and I am so proud to tell everyone, don't even wink for a moment. It's you, Spar and Bernstein. My lawyer here, Mr. Barack, has been a cage animal. He wanted to go on trial, but thank God we settled out of court, and it was something that I'm very, very happy about. So everyone, I'm telling you, I'm not just making stories up. You have to use this law firm. Spar and Bernstein is the best, worldwide best.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yep. Here we go again.
What's in my cup stays in my cup. In my cups.
In your cup.
My cup.
I'm just following along. In your cup. In your cup.
Welcome yet to another edition of the Brad and Squeeze Show live at 9 a.m. Don't forget, we're on later on at noontime. 93.5 WVIP FM listeners across the tri-state area, welcome. Facebook listeners on Facebook Live on the Brad and Squeeze page, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. And respectively, I want for you all to share. Yes, 93.5 FM listeners, you can share with your friends by texting them and telling them that Squeeze and the attorney, Brad Bernstein, is on. Facebook listeners, make sure you share to your timeline first and then share to 30 of your friends. That is what we're asking you to do right now so that this show can go viral very quickly and we can answer as many questions where U.S. immigration is concerned, seeing that Donald Trump is turning up the heat on you, especially if you're out of status and you're not a U.S. citizen. Even if you got a green card, you better become a U.S. citizen. This is Squeeze, David Squeeze Annakie, telling you to become one. This is all brought to you by the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, partnering with, of course, USA Credit Repair Inc.com. And we are here to turn it up this morning on a beautiful, beautiful Thursday.
It is warming up here, Squeeze, in New York City. It's warming up. It's warming up. Maybe I don't even need the scarf today in the studio. It was a little chilly.
I ran into a few immigrants this morning.
Where did you run into these immigrants?
Right outside my apartment. So they're asking me to get to the Statue of Liberty. So I told them to go down to the ferry and just take it across.
They call tourists, Squeeze.
Yeah, they said, no. We don't want to take the ferry.
What do they want to do?
We don't want to take the ferry. We don't want to go on the water. We want to take a taxi. I'm like, you can't take a taxi. Yeah. We want to take a taxi, okay? I'm like, but you can't get there without...
It's on an island.
It's an island.
Right.
What do you mean an island? I'm like, I said, are you talking about the Statue of Liberty with the torch? You know?
Right.
Yeah. I'm like, you can't get there without a boat.
And?
They walked away.
Sorry, man. Let me tell you what's going on in the news, Squeeze.
And I'm like, I went like this.
Yeah. By the way, I want to make a special welcome to a new viewer today. We have a new viewer today for the first time. His name is Zenmar Kellier. So I understand this will be his first time watching. So welcome, Zenmar, to the Brad and Squeeze show. Right, Squeeze?
Yep.
He's watching, right?
Yes.
I know he better be. Zenmar is Squeeze's right-hand man who never seems to watch the show, but should be doing so.
Yeah, and is now becoming DJ Sean.
Yes. So any event, talking about putting up the heat, Donald Trump. By the way, the telephone number to call to get your immigration questions. We want to answer as many questions. Call right now, 1-800-529-5465. The lines are open, 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-LAW-LINK. That is the telephone number to the law offices of Spar and Bernstein. And Zenmar just texted me. I'm definitely watching. So that is definitely the number. Also to Spar and Bernstein.
The question is.
Yes. Is he paying attention?
No. Is he listening?
Paying attention.
You can be watching and not listening.
You can be listening and not paying attention too.
That too.
So 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. By the way, that is the telephone number to the law offices of Spar and Bernstein as well. So when I say this telephone number, it's not only the number to call to get your immigration question asked on the radio or your legal question asked on the radio, it's also to meet our attorneys here, the immigration attorneys at 1-800-LAW-LINK, the divorce attorneys, matrimonial lawyers, Megan and Kristen at 1-800-LAW-LINK, the personal injury lawyers, Moshe and Matthew and Brittany at 1-800-LAW-LINK, the criminal defense guys. We call them the criminal defense guys.
Right.
Because they are some good criminal defense guys. Former district attorneys. 1-800-LAW-LINK. Paul and David and Hudnut, right? Mm-hmm. And Jacob. Yeah. I always call him Hudnut.
I always do that, and you always corrected me and said, no,
I know, but now I got him, now I'm calling him Hudnut now. Mm. And, of course, our fabulous tax attorney who just saves people money, Carmela.
Mm.
All right.
And don't forget, tax season's coming up. Make sure you get your taxes in order. Something that I've got to do, you've got to do, we all have to do. Once again, the Brad and Squeeze Show. We're ready to rock and roll. Do remember, the number to call is 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. That is the number for the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, located at 225 Broadway, and they're open 6 days a week.
And Jeff Bossi says that they were asking for the flying taxi from the Fifth Element film.
Oh.
That's what they were asking for.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a pretty cool film.
Yeah, it is a very cool film. Jeff Bossi with the pop culture references.
Right. You heard about the Black Panther movie? It's coming out?
No, I did not.
The superhero?
Black Panther.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. You got to shut your phone off during the show.
I don't have my phone on.
Oh, I don't know what's ringing.
It's a computer.
Okay. So any event.
But anyway, it was the first Marvel the first
superhero.
Marvel Comics movie that sold so many tickets in advance.
Really?
Yeah. It's in the news.
What is his What's his superhero power?
I don't know. He pounces around, looks like
Black
Panther.
I know, but he's got to have like some power, you know.
He can fight very well. That's all in the trailers. All I see is some serious fighting.
I remember. I don't remember what it was like. Some Ben Stiller show like years ago. Like they gave all these people the most ridiculous superpowers. Like he's bowling man. Like all he could do is bowl really good. You know.
I did not see that one. And normally I've seen them all. You know.
But meanwhile, but in seriousness, what's going on? Quickly, we got to get into the news and we got to answer immigration questions. 21 people yesterday were arrested in 7-Elevens around the United States of America. ICE raided almost half of the 7-Eleven stores in the United States of America were raided yesterday by ICE. They arrested 21 people who were working illegally and out of status. They went into actually 98 nationwide 7-Eleven stores. And the stores are based in Irving, Texas. There's actually 60,000 franchises, so they didn't go into half of them.
What do you mean? Hold on. So all the stores are based in Texas?
No, the headquarters is based in Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So and the raids on Wednesday grew out of a 2013 ICE investigation that resulted in charges against 9 7-Eleven franchisees. So they have now, after going through that investigation, they have re-raided 7-Eleven again. So, if you are working at the 7-Eleven store or just happen to be going into the 7-Eleven store, make sure you have some legal identification in the future. The 7-Eleven statement. There is a 7-Eleven statement? Okay, 7-Eleven said in the statement it was aware of the ICE raids and stressed that each franchise is run by independent business owners who are solely responsible for their employees, including deciding who to hire and verifying their eligibility to work in the United States. 7-Eleven takes compliance with immigration laws seriously and has terminated the franchise agreements of franchisees convicted of violating these laws. Very good lawyers, 7-Eleven. Very good legal statement there, 7-Eleven. Pushing the blame on the franchisee.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, 7-Eleven. You say to the public you can go buy a coffee, I don't know, at 50 cents, okay? So then you tell your franchisee on that 50 cents, I don't know how much a coffee is, but I know it's cheap there, right?
Right.
Okay, 50 cents to buy a coffee at 7-Eleven. What are people going to 7-Eleven to buy a coffee and a burrito? Okay, and it's cheap, it's 50 cents, and probably a large percentage of that has to go back to the franchise, the corporate office in Irving, Texas. So what do you expect these franchisees people to do? They hire an American at an average wage. All these 7-Elevens would go out of business. That corporate headquarters knows exactly what's going on. What a bunch of bullcrap!
Oh, man.
What a bunch of bullcrap! By the way, Squeeze, can you check on our libel and
Our defamation
insurance? All right. So meanwhile,
errors and omission.
Errors and omission.
Errors and omission.
So any event, I don't know if you saw this, Squeeze, or not. On Christmas Eve, you were down in Jamaica.
Yeah.
But Grandma Barbara, age 70, and Grandpa Patrick, age 80, of Clear Lake Oaks, California, their grandparents, retired grandparents, they appeared in Lancaster County Court for drug trafficking 60 pounds of marijuana. There they are. Looks like this. All right. So Grandma and Grandpa drug trafficking 60 pounds of marijuana. You know the song Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer? Grandma got run over by a reindeer. Grandma was, traveling with marijuana on Christmas Eve.
Hey, look at these guys posing with the weed.
There's the picture of the weed up. So Grandma and Grandpa, that's a lot of weed for Grandma and Grandpa. Okay? That's enough weed to kill Grandma and Grandpa.
Weed never kill anyone. Right?
I know that, but I'm going to tell you that's enough weed to kill Grandma and Grandpa. I would say if weed ever was able to kill, Grandma and Grandpa would die if they smoked all that weed.
Cigarette kills.
Yes.
And weed doesn't kill.
Well, that's what they claim. Right. So now the son is the state attorney, works for the state attorney. He's a lawyer in Vermont. There he is. And he's saying, come on, Grandma and Grandpa, stop this stuff already.
That's the son.
That's the son. State attorney in Vermont. So now, so Grandma and Grandpa, Christmas Eve, riding with the reindeer, gets pulled over, 60 pounds of weed. You'd think that would be the end of the story. And if it was, we wouldn't be talking about it today.
Okay.
But after Grandma and Grandpa get released from jail in Lancaster County, they got to drive without their weed all the way back to California.
Right.
And on the way, Grandpa, obviously he was 80 years old, not the best driver in the world, decides to cross over a lane without signaling. Gets pulled over, they find $18,000 in cash. Grandma and Grandpa got arrested a second time for having proceeds from the sale of weed.
Now, how did they know it was from the proceeds of the sale of weed?
Drug-sniffing dogs led the police to the trunk, where they found the money in a duffel bag along with traces of marijuana. That's according to the news article.
So
Grandma and Grandpa, that song goes through my head. Grandma got run over,
They're going to get off on the second one, though.
Grandma got pulled over with weed.
Grandma got pulled over for weed?
On Christmas Eve.
I'm sorry, an 88-year-old woman or 80-year-old woman, I couldn't arrest. I can see them handcuffing these people now.
Meanwhile, it's sad what's going on. Did you see the mudslides in California?
Yeah, I heard about them.
Yeah, it's like Oprah Winfrey. It's right by Oprah Winfrey's house. Her backyard got filled with mud. They had to evacuate half of Montecito, which is a beautiful city right outside of Los Angeles, right on the highway. Here's 17 people have already died because they didn't evacuate in time from their homes. These are mudslides that are resulting from the fires from last month.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And look at this, just homes have been completely destroyed. Beautiful homes, beautiful area, and we wish
Meanwhile,
everybody...
in Jamaica, they've been getting some very bad rains. And the man, you know who the man is?
Who's the man?
The man.
The man?
The man.
The man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His yacht got banged up.
He got banged up, the yacht.
Destroyed.
He has insurance, the man.
I hope the man has insurance.
Man, stop watching our show.
I wonder why, Brad. I wonder why, Brad.
He stopped watching our show.
You know, I wonder why.
Oh, here's Oprah's home got hit.
All right,
the
let's
next
check
president
this
of the United States. Let's see.
I like the way you put it.
Yes, the next president of the United States.
That's
home.
Oprah?
That's.
It looks like Oprah.
That could be Oprah. I can't see. And that was
Yeah,
Oprah.
it is
Yes.
Oprah. Yeah.
And there's the video of the next president of the United States of America, and she's showing what happened there. And Donald Trump has yet to, as far as I'm aware, tweet anything about the wildfires, the environmental problems, the landslides of California. Apparently, he only cares about his base of people. Montecito, California wasn't voting for Donald. He hasn't said a word about him.
Oh, boy.
What else?
1-800-529-5465, 1-800-LAWLINK. Remember to call. We are waiting your calls to get on the air with your questions to ask them. Also, remember that you can post your questions on the Brad and Squeeze page on Facebook. All right? And our social media queen, or let me say RFK, all right, Rapid Fire Kim. We'll read those questions off, so please paste them now. Got to say a pleasant, super good morning to Team Squeeze and Brad Squad.
You know who Jimmy Connors is?
All right, who is Jimmy Connors?
You don't know who he is?
Everybody knows who he is.
Tennis player.
Yeah.
He had to be evacuated from his home. There he is. He had to be evacuated from his home in Montecito, California, by a helicopter. I don't know what the tweet is. I can't read it because I don't have my glasses.
It says Montecito fire burns, rain comes, mudslides, devastation, evacuated today by helicopter. Thoughts and prayers for all.
All right.
You can't see far, can you?
No, I cannot. Right.
You notice I'm not wearing any glasses today?
Yeah. You know, when you come into my room and you say, "Hey, I'm black," I'm just taking it on the assumption that you are.
Oh, you can't see?
I can't see.
You can't see?
No, I can't see distance. I can only see right up close. And then when you come closer to me,
could ever assume that I'm white?
Yeah, and then when you come closer to me, I say, "Yep, you're right. You're black."
Exactly.
But from a distance, I can't see anything. All right, I have some more stuff.
I don't like the pocket square today.
Why? What's wrong?
It's very square.
You don't like it?
No.
Different. Green and purple.
It's very different.
You don't like it?
It's very Chelsea.
Very Chelsea.
Yeah.
I like it. Look, I want it to be very colorful because it's winter. You know, bring out a little color. So I have more. We'll save it for this afternoon. Let's get to immigration.
All right, let's get to some immigration questions. Once again, folks, let me take 10 seconds to do this. Everyone that is on 93.5 WVIP FM, turn up your radio, wind down your windows so the other people in the other cars can hear. That's one. Two, if you're on Facebook Live, make sure you share right now on your own timeline and then share to 30 of your friends. We're asking for you to do that for the Brad and Squeeze show, please. Especially the Brad Squad and Team Squeeze. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, share. We want to get to that minimum of 250 viewers concurrently.
Right now we're at 140.
Yeah, concurrently. Of course, when the show ends, we are always over like 4,000, you know. But we want to make sure that we get there concurrently. All right, so let's share away. Share on social media. All right, let's get to the calls.
Kim in Queens. Kim
in Queens, how are you?
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
Pleasant good morning and a pleasant voice.
Hi, Squeeze.
How are you?
My question is, I am married to a U.S. citizen, and I got the 2-year conditional green card. I filed
There is no 3-year conditional green card. There's a 2-year.
No, sorry, 2 year.
2-year conditional green card.
Yes.
Okay.
And I filed a I-451, I think was, to remove the condition.
I-751.
Yes, I got a letter last year saying that it's extended for a year.
Great.
The time will be up in March. My husband passed away a few days ago. We're still married.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. And what do I do from there on?
So now you have to write a letter to the Immigration Service, let them know that your husband has passed away, and ask them to convert the case and show the death certificate. Ask them to convert the case from a joint application to a application based on the fact that your husband, that it was a real marriage, and here's the proof of it. But unfortunately, the marriage terminated as a result of my husband's death, and they will complete the case as long as you can prove that you and your husband, it was a real marriage at the time that you got your green card through his unfortunate death. Please make sure that your name is listed as the wife on the death certificate. You know, sometimes families get into whole fights you know, and you know, the parents don't like the wife and vice versa, and people get cut out of funerals. I hear this all the time. So, you know, just make sure you know, that's like the key thing.
Cut out of funerals?
They get cut out of funerals.
Cut out of funerals?
Yeah, like the mother says the wife's not allowed to come. That type of thing. It becomes a whole drama. So, so hopefully that's not the case there, and we can certainly help you. So hold on one second, okay?
Okay, thank you. Have a great day.
Once again, the number here is 1-800-529-5465. Do remember that number is the number of a law firm, and yes, also the number to get on the air. Remember, I would need to know and see that you are sharing our Facebook page, Brad and Squeeze, right now with the live viewing of us. We are live right now. Let's go to another question here. 1-800-LAWLINK.
Alvin.
Yes, good morning.
Alvin, what's up?
Brad. Good morning, sir.
Alvin!
I have a... what's up, man?
Alvin, what's up? All right, now we're okay.
What's going on?
All right.
He's living in the States for about 15 years.
Right.
He just went for citizenship, but about a year ago, he had a little domestic fight with his wife, and he put his citizenship and everything, and he did his fingerprint already. So he's waiting for the interview. What do you think about that?
I think that hopefully the case was dismissed. You're allowed.
Yes,
you
it
know,
was.
my thinking is this: if you have one arrest in the 5-year period, and it was more of a misdemeanor arrest, it wasn't like a serious felony arrest, and the charges are dismissed against you, to me that just shows I had a bad night. Okay, I had a bad day. That doesn't make you a bad person. Okay, if you have multiple small arrests, that's a different story. But he has to be aware that he has to prove good moral character. And, you know, the arrest affects his good moral character. However, one arrest in a 5-year period on a misdemeanor case that ultimately gets dismissed, to me, that doesn't make you a bad person.
Okay, and you want to travel to Jamaica. Can you travel with that? Is this?
Yes, as long as it was dismissed. As long as it was dismissed, yes.
All right, so he's listening, so you hear everything that you just said. Thanks.
Yes, okay,
thank you. Not a problem. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Thanks.
Once again, remember that if you do need help, you can stay on the line after your question is answered by Brad. Make sure you speak with an attorney here. And I do believe that every single person out there that has ever been arrested, regardless of the fact that you may have the disposition, you may want to have Brad Bernstein or any of his good attorneys look at the disposition before you take flight.
Okay, you ready?
Let's go to another call. 1-800-LAWLINK.
Delroy in Edmonton Park, New Jersey.
Good morning. It's not Emwood Park. It's not Emwood Park. It's Emwood Park, New Jersey.
Emwood.
Emwood Park.
Emwood Park, New Jersey.
Emwood Park. Okay. There is no such thing as Edmonton Park.
Mr. Squeeze.
Good morning, sir.
How are you?
I am wonderful today. I'm alive. I'm good to be here.
Right.
Glad to be here. You know, and so are you to be on the air.
Yes, thank you very much. Okay, my question is this. My wife filed for her son and family since 2008. She received an approval notice, but that to me is a long time, and there is nothing being said about it since then. I want to know,
who did she file for? Which family member?
She's filing for her son.
Her son. How old is the son?
No, the son is like 30-something.
30-something. He's single? He's married? What's this deal?
Yes, because what happened is that when she filed first, he wasn't married then.
And now he's married.
But he went ahead and get married. So she did. Yeah, of course I know that, and we told him about that. Anyway, is there anything can be done now because the approval letter was received?
When was it filed?
It filed in 2008.
2008.
No, hold on. Hold on. Let me just reiterate.
Okay.
If she filed in 2006, in 2008 she upgraded the case to wife, son, and wife and children.
Okay.
But up till now, there's nothing.
When in 2006 was it filed? What month?
August.
All right. They're up to October 8th, 2005. So your stepson, your wife's son, was filed in August of 2006. They're approximately 1 year away.
Okay.
All right. So hang in
All
there.
right, thank you. Because I was when I listened to what you guys were saying about Donald Trump and refusing family from being. Right. I said okay. I said to my wife, I said, listen. I think you guys better go and see Brad.
Right. Well, well. The answer is yes. I mean, it is possible that you waited all of this time, and Congress changes the law and says he can't come. I don't know.
That's right.
Okay, but I'm going to tell you something. You waited all of this time. You paid a lot of fees. The government sent you a letter saying you're going to get a benefit. It's very hard for now the government to say too bad. That's going to be a lawsuit on your part. I can tell you that, if that exactly happens. But let's hope it doesn't get to that point. Okay.
Okay, and I will proceed to tell her to come see you guys.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. And Delroy, thanks a lot for calling, man. And remember, if you all need help with credit, go see usacreditrepairinc.com. All right?
Okay, Mr. Squeeze.
No problem. 1-800-529-5465. That's the number for the law firm and to call in on the show right here, the Brad and Squeeze Show, which is going viral as we speak. Why? Because our listeners and viewers have been sharing the page with at least 30 of their friends, and we want to thank them very much. Let's go to another call at 1-800-529-5465. Sharing is caring, so please share the Brad and Squeeze Show so that people can get help with their immigration concerns and need. With all that DT is doing, we got to get going.
Jackie in the Bronx.
Hello.
Hi there. Is it Shaki or Jackie?
Jackie. I was about to say, but I don't want to interrupt
Jackie.
you.
I'm a BX man, so Jackie understands.
Jackie in the BX.
Yeah. What's up, Jackie?
Yeah. Okay, so I have a question for you, Brad.
Yes.
So my son, he got here in 2015. My husband filed for him, and he has a son back home. Now last year he got married, because remember when he came, he got a 10-year green card. He didn't got a 2-year, got a 10-year.
Okay. Right. He married the woman, the mother of the son, I assume.
No.
Oh, somebody else.
Somebody else when he came here.
Okay.
So my question to you is, should he file for his son, or can his wife file for his son?
The wife's a citizen.
The wife is a citizen, but he has his 10-year green card.
Okay, let the wife file because it'll be faster as a stepmom.
Okay, because I was wondering, because he didn't get his green card through her.
No, it doesn't matter. No, the mom's still a stepmom. Let her file as long as the marriage happened before the 18th birthday of the child.
Okay.
All right.
All right, sounds good.
Thanks a lot, Jackie, for calling from the
If
Bronx.
you need help, hold on.
Have a good day, guys.
All
And
right.
Brad.
What?
Please stick to your daytime job, please. No more singing.
There you go.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Stick to your daytime
Selling
job.
marijuana on
Please,
Christmas
please.
Eve.
Stick to your daytime job.
I can't sing.
Stick to the Lord.
I can't sing. You didn't like
You know?
the grandma song. All right, goodbye.
All right, Jackie, take care.
Okay, guys.
All right, bye-bye.
Stick to your day job.
Wonderful personality she has.
Can't. You know what? I always wanted to be a singer.
You've always wanted to be a lot of things.
And
I know the few things you can be.
I was born with no talent.
1,
Yeah.
you're a good attorney.
Yes.
2, you're an elf.
Yes.
Okay?
Right.
And sometimes angry.
Yes.
Right?
Right. I can't sing.
And 3, you can't sing.
Right. I would be a terrible doctor.
4, sense of humor is not bad.
It's okay. But I would be a very bad doctor because halfway through the operation, I would get distracted and start
Yeah, exactly.
use the scalpel in the brain or something. I don't know. Yeah. All right.
1-800-LAWLINK, 1-800-529-5465, 93.5 FM listeners. Thank you so much for listening. Let's go back to the calls.
Sharon in Greenbrook, New Jersey. Sharon.
Greenbrook, New Jersey.
Sharon.
Sharon, what's
Yes,
up?
I'm here.
How are you?
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you this morning?
We're doing good.
Good. I have a question. I want to do the fiancé visa. I want to do the filing for it, and I just wanted to know about how long does it take and the fees that are attached to it.
It takes about 9 months or so. You have 2 sets of fees. The first set of fees is the USCIS filing fee, which I'm actually going to look up for you right now, because one thing I always forget is filing fees. But it's going to be on the form. It's going to be on the form I-129, and the filing fee for the form I-129K is I-129F for the fiancé visa, and the filing fee is $535. And I just actually, as I was talking to you, I literally just looked that up online. Now, after you file the I-129F, you got to prove that you and your spouse have met. You got to prove that when he comes to the United States, that he's going to be marrying you within 90 days, and he's free to marry you within 90 days, meaning that he's not married to somebody else. And in addition to that, after the I-129F is approved, the file is going to be transferred to the National Visa Center. You're going to pay about another $493 in filing fees for biographic data, affidavits of support, and everything else. So it'll cost you in filing fees approximately, between USCIS and immigration, approximately $1,000. Approximately.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, that's not bad. And is that on my own, or is that with an attorney's assistance?
That is on your own.
Okay, so an attorney assistance is more.
Right, an attorney is going to say you have to pay the filing fees plus the attorney's legal fees.
There you go.
Those filing fees you got to pay no matter what.
Got you. Okay.
All right. Thanks a lot.
All right,
for
thank you
tuning
so
in.
much.
All right. Spread the word about the show. All right. We need more people to know about the show.
You want to find
RFK?
Brooklyn? You want to find
RFK.
Burger King?
RFK.
Do you want to find Belgium Kim?
RFK.
Or do you want to find Rapid Fire Kim?
Rapid Fire Kim.
Let's find Rapid Fire Kim. Where are you, Rapid Fire Kim?
And one might ask
there
who she is. She's the one that's going to be reading off your questions from social media.
She's like, I'm like, let's find Burger King. She's like, Burger King ain't here. There's no Burger King here. Belgium Kim is here.
Kim.
I liked beautiful Kim.
Yeah, beautiful, bodacious Kim.
Kim, can I make a remark? And this is not racist in any way. You're the fairest girl I've ever met.
It's not. No, that's absolutely not wrong.
She's
As a matter of
Belgian
fact,
Kim. That's why. you obviously have never been to Belgium.
No, been to Finland.
Okay.
I am as pasty as they get.
Do you know what?
I am as pasty.
Do you know what Belgium is known for?
What?
Pasty people and waffles. That is what they are known for. Pasty people and waffles. That's what you get when you get to Belgium.
Oh,
That's
man.
pretty accurate.
That's pretty accurate, right?
Tons of white people and waffles.
That's correct.
Yeah. I was buying
man.
foundation yesterday to keep going down the line, like lighter and lighter. Now it's just white. Just pure white.
So everybody out there, and Vikisha Taylor, she's watching. She said we're at 193 viewers. We need to get to 250 like we did yesterday at a bare minimum. We're answering your immigration questions right now on Facebook. Rapid Fire Kim is going to be rapidly firing them off to us. And what we're going to ask everybody to do right now is please tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to share this on their feeds, on their timelines, and let people know that we are now in the rapid fire round. You can literally come right on to the show right now and have your immigration questions asked and answered.
1-800-LAWLINK, 1-800-529-5465, and also posting those questions once again on the Brad and Squeeze page where RFK will read them off like this.
Like this. Donna wants to know, my priority date is January 10th, 2005. Should we receive the letter to start our processing? It's an F4 Jamaica.
January 10th, 2005. You should be receiving something. Yes, if you haven't received anything, call me.
Jean asks, my husband filed for me and my two sons. They are 14 and my 14-year-old got his in 2 years. My 18-year-old did not get his. They sent me a letter saying that he was denied. When I got married in July of 2016, I sent in the paperwork in November. What can I do to help my son? I just got my 2-year last week.
He got denied because you got married after he turned 18 years old. So therefore, the father can't file for him. So once you have your green card, you can turn around and file for him now, and hopefully he'll be here before he turns 21.
So now she can file her.
Correct.
Okay, perfect.
Right.
Sean wants to know.
I don't know if anybody else understood, but I'm glad that we understood. Because
we
me and RFK go, yeah. I'm just yeah, perfect.
It's a very Ocean's 11 conversation.
Exactly right.
Sean would like to know, filing an affidavit of support, my joint sponsor did not make enough on their 2016 taxes, but they're currently working since mid last year and can provide a job letter and a pay stub for present income. Is this going to be enough to send to immigration? The deadline that they gave me means that I cannot wait for her to file her 2017 taxes.
Yeah, that's fine as long as they're earning an income now, and the income that they're earning now in a steady job is above the poverty level. It should be okay. You want to cover CYA. If you want a CYA, then get a second affidavit of support. It's not the end of the world, but it sounds pretty good to me.
CYA.
Mitzi asked,
CYA.
What does CYA mean?
The Catholic Youth Association.
All right. Yeah, about that. Go on.
Yes, they have a basketball league every Tuesday at the St. Peter's Church.
Yeah. I believe you.
You believe it, yes.
that Brad plays in religiously. Mitzi would like to know, if I'm here in the U.S. and I marry a citizen, what do I need to do to get my green card? I'm going to assume that was an illegal entry.
Yes, you file an adjustment in I-485 and I-130, I-864. You'll get your work permit in 120 days, green card in 9 months.
Grant would like to know, how long does it take to file for your underage kids as a green card holder if they're in Jamaica?
18 to 24 months.
Glenn asks, my green card expired in August this year. 1 week before expiring, I'm traveling out of the country. I just filed my citizen a week ago. Should I get a stamp or renew my green card?
You just filed for your citizenship?
Yep, a week ago.
You can try to get a stamp, but if you filed for your citizenship within 6 months of your green card expiring, the rules now are you got to go and apply for a new green card to get the stamp in your passport.
Okay. Browning asks, I submitted a petition for my husband and they rejected the petition saying Browning. Browning says, I submitted a petition for my husband and they rejected it, saying there isn't an available visa for this petition. They further stated that we should check online for a priority date as to when to file again. I'm confused. Can you please explain? I'm a green card holder waiting to be sworn in, and I already passed my N400 interview.
Okay, so right now, if you are a green card holder, there is a waiting list for spouses for green card holders. So all you do is file an I-130 and you get put to the back of the line. Back of the line takes about 18 to 24 months to reach to the top of the line before that your spouse is eligible for a green card. If you are a U.S. citizen, you're considered what's called an immediate relative. An immediate relative means that there is no waiting line. It's fast pass, like in Disney World. You don't wait on the line. You just go straight to the front of the line, get on the ride, and get your green card.
You don't wait in line, Brad, at Disney World?
On a fast pass.
You don't wait on the line.
Well, maybe you do. I don't know. I haven't been there in a while. Yeah. But I understand fast pass is boom, done. You get on the ride and go. So when you're an immediate relative, you get the fast pass. When you are a permanent resident, you're waiting on the line to get on the elephant that goes around, Dumbo that goes around in a circle.
I can't see you waiting on the line.
Right? Can you imagine? I've done it, the Dumbo thing. People wait 3 hours to get on a stupid piece of plastic painted green as an elephant, and you go around in a circle, you go, woo! I can't believe I just waited 3 hours.
You know which one of the guys I'd be?
Which one?
I'd be the one on the outside videotaping you making an asphalt of yourself.
That's
going
exactly
round and
what I was
round.
thinking.
Exactly.
Picturing
Like
Brad
with a big chicken bone, in my
big cup of Coca-Cola in your hand.
Exactly.
Anyway, let's get to another question. Once again, folks, share. We're a little bit over 200 concurrent. Share away, all right? 1-800-529-5465. Next question.
Marilyn is asking, I'm a citizen. Can I still file for my 27-year-old son? And how long is that going to take?
7 years, yes.
Tina asks, I have a question. A friend that is married and filed for her CREE card, C-R-E-E, CREE card. Green. I'm going to go with that's a typo. That must be green, right? Green card.
No
However, they're not together anymore, right? However, they're not together anymore, but she got her work permit and is about to get a divorce. She's met someone else now and wants to know if she can get remarried. Is there going to be an issue to refile? Should she just call and cancel for the previous filing?
Well, you can't call and cancel a previous filing. You just have to write a letter, and you should get divorced and marry the person that you want to be with. And there's always a question of, hey, you got married, you got divorced, you got married. But as long as they were all legitimate relationships, you have nothing to worry about. All right? Plenty of people get married, get divorced, and get married again. It's not so unusual. It's actually usual. It's actually more usual than unusual now.
You know of anyone who has ever gotten divorced?
I know lots of people who got it divorced. All right, it's actually more the usualness is you get divorced. It's unusual that somebody makes it through a marriage for 50 years these days.
Dwight wants to know, I already asked this question, but me and my wife got divorced, and she already filed the I-751 together, but we've since gotten a divorce, and she never went with me to the interview. I've already submitted the final divorce papers, so I'd like to know if it's the same that in 18 months, if it's the same 18 months that it's going to take me to get my 10-year green card.
Maybe a little longer, and you're going to go on the interview alone with the divorce decree and proof that it was a real marriage. You'll be fine now.
Just had a weird thought, man.
What's your weird thought?
Can you imagine us having a Brad and Squeeze show party where all of our fans and everybody comes? Be hilarious.
You just came up with a great idea.
I'm like, can you imagine that?
You just came up with a great idea.
All the personalities and the characters in the room.
The Brad and Squeeze ball.
The Brad and Squeeze party.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We would. You know, it'd be great because you'd be like hugging all of them because you haven't really met many of them. You know, but you're your friends from being online.
You get to put a face with your name and everything.
Oh my God.
Anyway, next question here.
Jelly, start working on the party.
Time to start planning.
By the way, on Monday afternoon, Squeeze, it's our 100th show in the new studio. It's going to be a big, big celebration. This coming Monday. This coming Monday at 12 o'clock. Be there or be square.
All right.
Rapid fire, Kim. Let's continue.
Munchie is asking, my daughter's priority date is July 2013. How longer do we have to wait? How much longer?
About 2 or 3 years.
Janet asks, what's the fee to renew a 10-year green card and how long does it take?
The fee to renew why do you want to renew a 10-year green card, first of all? Yeah. Why wouldn't you just
become a citizen?
Why wouldn't you just become a citizen? But the fee to renew it, the fee is $455 plus an $85 biometric fee, which totals $540 if I did the math right. Okay.
Alexander asks, how long does it take to get a fiance visa?
About 9 to 12 months.
And he's got a follow-up. What's the best way for a citizen to file for their fiance?
The I-129F.
F as in Frank.
Frank.
We've got one of those super, super general questions that you love. I want to know how you can...
Come see me. I can't tell you how to get a green card. Okay, make an appointment. Next.
How do I get a green card?
Sharnia says, please pass this on to Squeeze. Thanks to Zenmar and the team at USA Credit Repair, who started working on my credit in November, and 30 days later, my credit score shot up 140 points. I only have 2 more months to go to reach the 4-month mark that they've said, and now I'm 2 months away from purchasing my very first home, thanks to USA Credit.
Told you, USA Credit. Kicking asphalt.
Wow. 140 points. And by the way, was she on the triple play? That 140 points may have very well been for free.
Yeah.
If she was on the triple play.
Yeah.
Right?
No, we have been getting rave reviews.
So you definitely call USA Credit Repair right now at 1-800-872.
Thanks to the 20-year veteran in the credit repair industry, Jared Marcus.
Yes, he's good.
You gotta hire good people.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's good.
Cost a fortune, but you gotta hire good people.
1-800.
Get it, Brad? Cost a fortune, but you gotta hire good people.
Yes.
Cost a fortune, but you gotta work with good people.
Yes.
Expensive people.
Yes.
You get what you pay for.
Yes, damn it, yes!
I'm just saying.
1-800-872-7177. 1-800-872-7177. USA Credit Repair. Thanks to USA Credit Repair. We'll be talking about USA
140 points.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about USA Credit Repair in a few minutes, but I do want to remind everybody they do have the triple play, which is that if you call right now, you'll get a free consultation. They'll give you free credit repair for 30 days. And they give you a money-back guarantee that if your credit's not up within 90 days, they give you back your money, everything you've paid them. Okay, this woman just called in. She said, thanks to USA Credit Repair, my credit went up 140 points in 30 days, and she's on par, online, on target, whatever the word is, to purchase her home in about 3 more months. So congratulations to that lady. And the telephone number for USA Credit Repair is 1-800-872-7177, 1-800-872-7177. Rapid fire, Kim, we're going to come back to you in a little bit. We're probably going to go
great.
overtime here, probably is my guess. I want to get to Annie Hylton. She was an investigative journalist who I had talked to the other day, and she did a whole expose on all the illegal stuff going on in the laundry industry, especially, think about it, it's not just the dry cleaner squeeze, it's, the hotels. The Trump international hotels of the world, they send their laundry to these big commercial...
So you meant literally dirty laundry.
Dirty laundry, right.
Literally.
They send their laundry to these big laundry facilities that are taking advantage of immigrants, and I can assure you that the Trump hotels are use some of many of these laundry facilities.
And one of the things I want to say, Brad, to everyone here, a lot of people, we are coming back to immigration questions.
Correct.
All right, so please do not go anywhere. All right, so keep sharing for us on the Brad and Squeeze Show page. Keep listening on 93.5 WVIP FM. All right, so once again, we're asking you to share to at least 30 of your friends right now. This is a very interesting story. Watch it, listen to it on 93.5 FM, and tell us what you think afterwards on the page, all right? 1-800-529-5465 with your immigration question. Stay in the queue, stay online, keep viewing, so this way you don't miss your spot when we come back. 1-800-529-5465. Okay, let's take a look into this and a listen into this.
So we're here today with international investigative journalist Annie Hylton. Annie writes about gender, immigration, human rights, conflicts in the Middle East, Central America, East Africa, among other things. She has recently written an article for Dissent magazine called Dirty Laundry, exposing the abuses in the laundry industry, especially as it pertains to immigrants in the United States of America. Annie, welcome to the Brad and Squeeze Show.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
So give us a few examples. You have uncovered a lot of sexual harassment in your article. You uncovered a lot of dangerous work conditions, especially in the commercial laundry industry. Give us a few examples of what you've uncovered.
By far, the most common thing that I heard from people is just lack of basic safety equipment and training. So, the women who I profiled in my piece told me that they didn't even have gloves to wear. So when they were dealing with laundry, some people would get poked by syringes and their fingers would start bleeding. Some of these locations deal with hospital linens, and so dirty syringes can be thrown in with the linens. And one woman even told me that she found a fetus in the sheets. Yeah, I didn't include that, obviously, because I wasn't able to really verify it, but there are some pretty extreme examples, and the most extreme being, of course, death with some of these larger machinery.
And there was also, you uncovered sexual harassment as well.
Indeed, yes. For example, one of the women who I spoke with a number of times, who's at the center of the piece, was sexually harassed for months and months and months by her manager, and he would touch her inappropriately and send her notes and try to get her to have sex with him, and at one point touched her genital area, and this sort of happened within the facility, not to that extent, but many similar complaints.
Did you ever speak to anybody about them complaining to a supervisor or complaining to whether there's a licensing bureau or whatever for laundromats? What were the consequences of their complaints if they did make any complaints?
Yeah, so in this instance, the women were told that they had a union, that they were represented by a union, but every time they tried to call, they didn't get a response. So they didn't really know where to turn. And eventually one thing led to another, and a number of them had gone to a nun in the community who then led them to the attorneys. And then the EEOC picked up the case, and what ended up happening is that a number of the women faced retaliation, like, lowered hours, more laborious work. I think they knew what to expect, and they decided that they were going to go forward anyway. And a couple of them left just because it became too difficult. And, I think a lot of them, I think every single one of the women involved in that case has since left the laundry.
And how many women were involved in that case that you were aware of?
8 of them.
8 of them. And there was a settlement.
So, yes.
Are you aware of what it was? Are you free to talk about it? Or it was a confidential settlement?
Yeah, it's part of the public record. So it was $582,000 divided by the 8 women, and then as part of that, the company agreed to incorporate sexual harassment training into the workplace.
It's important to make sure that people understand their rights. One of the things that I tell my clients as an attorney is never allow anybody to threaten you about your immigration. As a matter of fact, turn it back on them. You want to call immigration? Here's the telephone number. Be my guest. Don't ever be scared, because that's the ultimate power over somebody, an employer has, to say, I'm going to call immigration, but they're basically shooting themselves in the foot, because now immigration's going to fine them for hiring illegal aliens as well. So it's very rare that employers will actually call the immigration service on their own employee, because it's going to actually affect their own business as well. Do you have any last words or thoughts before we say goodbye? And again, appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, I really appreciate you having me. I think my last words would be, if you're experiencing something like this, like the women who I talk about in this piece, I know it's difficult and I know it's scary, but you need to tell somebody and you need to get help because you don't deserve this. And there are rights in this country, even if people tell you otherwise. You deserve better.
I agree with you 100%, and this is something that needs to be said, and it's probably not only in the laundry industry, but many industries, and I'm glad that you put a spotlight on it, and again, thank you very much for coming on the show and providing your insight. Thanks again.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, you're welcome.
There you have it. Very good piece.
Yes.
And that's what we do here at the Brad and Squeeze Show. We give you insights and, a lot of things that's happening in and around the world and the country right here. We're not just biased and one-sided with what it is that we do with immigration. We like sharing information.
And that stuff happens in a lot of industries, Squeeze.
Yes, it does.
I mean, it's not just the laundry industry. It's a lot of industries. It happens in the meatpacking industry, probably happens in the farming industry. It happens in a lot of industries where immigrants get taken advantage of, not just from an immigration standpoint, but low-wage workers getting taken advantage of in many, many different ways. In unsafe working conditions, in sexual harassment, people with power over other people. Happens everywhere, unfortunately.
There you go. Once again, folks, the number here is 1-800-529-5465. We're going to kick it back to some questions. What are the things that we have decided to do here? Okay, some genius with his bright idea, I think I know him, decided that no matter how many questions is left on our social media platforms or on the phone lines, we are going to ensure that we get through all of them. All right? So we end the radio show at exactly 10 o'clock, and we just want to remind you that this has been an attorney advertisement, and prior results do not guarantee similar outcome. However, we're going to stay here and answer all of your questions. So the show will be extended as usual. Please share on the platform that you are actually watching. If you're on the Link Up Radio page, you can stay on that or the app. But remember how you share, and I'm going to tell you exactly how you share. First, you share in your timeline. Then you share to 30 of your friends. Thirdly, what I'd like for you to do is join lots of groups, okay? Just subscribe to a lot of groups
that you think may be interested.
Interesting, and that would be relevant, and just sharing those groups on a daily basis. Let's get back to the calls here on immigration with the attorney, Brad Bernstein.
And if you are listening on WVIP 93.5, take out your phone right now, go to Facebook, go to Brad and Squeeze, go to Brad Bernstein, go to David Squeeze Annakie, go to Link Up Media, go to Spar and Bernstein. All those pages have our show right now.
We have come a very long way. Yeah. Sound like a Virginia Slims commercial.
MYRNA in Poughkeepsie, New York.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, Myrna. How are you? How you sound? So you sound impatient. Like you're like, I wish I'd shut up and just...
No, man, I am very, very patient. Wagwan.
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 There you go.
All right, so we know where Myrna was born, and we know she lives in Poughkeepsie now.
All right.
What's going on, Myrna?
Okay, so I had submitted a question and Kim answered. However, I have another question.
Okay.
I filed for my son when he was 19 years old. He was living in Jamaica. I am a green card holder, and he went for the interview in 2016, and they denied him, saying that his petition came down that he's a child and he's an adult. It just didn't make sense to me because I have a friend. He filed for his son 20, and the son is here a year later.
Are you
I need your help.
Are you a citizen?
No.
Okay, you're ready. And so you filed for him when he was 16 as
when he was 19.
That's why. This is what happened. When he was 19, you filed for him. And under the law, as 19, he is your child. But the priority dates did not reach in time. When he turned 21, he became an adult. And when he became an adult, he switches categories, unfortunately. And that's why it went originally from you filed for a child till you filed for an adult. And when you switch categories as an adult, when you reach 21, that makes the wait a lot longer.
I got you. So, do you have any idea how long it's going to take?
What year was it filed?
Hearing right now.
What year
I'm just waiting on the letter. I did the interview and everything. So I checked my status, and I am actually waiting.
Okay.
I'm actually waiting to go swearing right now. So what do I do then?
What year did you file for your son?
2014.
Okay, so unfortunately, you'll upgrade the case, but unfortunately, even after you upgrade the case, you'll write a letter to the National Visa Center and let them know that you're a citizen. But even when that happens, you still have about 3 more years of waiting.
I see. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Be well.
All right.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Once again, Brad and Squeeze Show. We're topping off at the top of the hour on 93.5, but we're going to stay on social media. So everybody switch over to the Brad and Squeeze page on social media, Facebook. All right, we're going to continue with answering immigration questions and more.
Lisa in Queens.
Hello.
Hello.
I have a question. Good morning, my bad.
Go ahead.
I recently did my interview for the citizenship, and I passed. But I made a big mistake. I wanted to change my last name, but when the immigration officer asked me if I want to change my name, I got confused. I thought she meant all my name, so I told her no. So now,
you got the wrong
what
name.
should I do?
Did you? All right. So you already have your naturalization in the different name that you want?
They haven't said. I just did the test Monday.
Well, you can at the swearing in try to change your name. I've never seen it happen, but maybe it's possible they can do it for you when you go to swear in. If not, don't screw around. Get your citizenship even in the name you don't want it to be. You could always go to a court and petition the court to change your name after the fact.
Okay, and I have one last question. After becoming a citizen, I was planning to adopt my 5-year-old niece and my 8-year-old nephew. How I go about that?
Where are they?
They're in Jamaica.
Okay, so if you go to Jamaica and go to adopt them, and the parents consent to the adoption, it's going to be very difficult to get them here. You can only bring children here who are orphans from Jamaica. Other countries, different rules. We're talking Jamaica. And as a result, what needs to happen is you have to go to Jamaica and prove that these children have been abandoned or neglected by their biological parents, have the government of Jamaica strip the parents of their parental rights. Then at that point, these children become orphans, and then you bring the children up to do an adoption of orphans here in the United States of America. So
okay, good, because their parents are not in their life. It's my mother that takes care of them.
So it's not. So it's basically the truth. What I just said. So we can help you. We can absolutely help you. And hold on one second. I always cringe. You know, like in these situations, you know, like, yeah, the mother, because I hear this a lot. Yeah, the mother, the biological mother and the biological father are not in the children's lives. They're being taken care of by grandma or the aunt. But then so-and-so goes down to Jamaica, tracks down the mother in another city. Nobody's seen the mother in 20 years, gets the mother to consent to the adoption because they think that's what has to be done. Now, as soon as the mother consents to the adoption, the child's not an orphan. So you can't do that. That's what I was trying to protect against. So hold on one second, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Once again, folks, the Brad and Squeeze Show. Do remember that we'll return, God's willing, at noon, right here in this studio, answering immigration questions and speaking on other areas of law. David Squeeze Annakie here and Brad Bernstein.
All right.
Questions?
So we got 2 more questions here,
Let's
Squeeze.
get to them, man.
We got to get to social media. Kim.
RFK.
Rapid fire, Kim. We got USA Credit Repair, and we're going to call it a day. Gail in Brooklyn.
Hi, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
I have a 2-part question.
Yeah. Sure.
I've been in this country for about 20 years.
Right.
And I'm still a green card holder.
Right.
And I want to know, can I petition for my husband who has been here the last year, but he came here on a visa and he overstayed his time?
Yes, you can petition for him. You should petition for him. You would file an I-130, and in about 18 months, he will do a provisional waiver and go home, get his green card, and come back. We can help you.
Okay.
Hold on one second.
Okay.
What's okay?
Hello?
You have another question.
Yeah, and my other question is, like, several years ago, I filed for my citizenship, but I had owed the IRS like about $20,000.
Right.
And they told me that I could not get the citizenship until I paid off all of it. Do I have to pay it all off, or do I have to have an arrangement in place to pay it off?
An arrangement in place is fine, but if you owe that amount of money, what you should be doing is contacting Carmela in our office. This is what she does for a living. She wipes those tax debts away. So instead of going on a very onerous payment plan, you should be going on a very happy free consultation with our tax attorney, Carmela, who will probably, if you can't afford to pay the taxes, wipe it away, and then that would free you up to become a citizen immediately. So hold on one second, and then your husband would be able to get his green card here. So hold on 1 second, all right?
Okay.
And let's go to Paul in Raleigh, North Carolina. Paul.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine. I've got 2 questions to ask you, but first I want to ask you, I got my wife, which I'm filing for her. I want to file for her.
I hear the background.
Yeah.
Somebody's telling him in the background what the question is.
Yep.
You got your wife, you want to file for her, and?
Yes, sir. You want to have adjustment of status.
Okay. We got the wife in the background. Asking the question.
Yeah. Well, all right, get a wife on the phone.
Yeah, so what do you
get the boss on the phone.
Yeah, is there a boss behind you?
Pardon me?
I said you got the boss behind you, we hear, right?
That's right. That's my wife. Yeah.
All right, so you want to file for her. So what's the problem?
It's like an adjustment of status, because I do. I spoke to a lawyer before, and he told me it's an adjustment of status when I show her everything. When I show him everything that I got. So, adjustment of status. What type of paper you got to use to do the adjustment of status?
It's the I-485.
Right.
Write it down.
The what?
I-485.
I-45? I-485.
The I-130.
The I-130.
The I-765, so you can get your work permit.
The I-1? The I-765. 765.
The I-131, so you can get your travel document.
The I-1 what?
31. And the I-864 affidavit of support.
The
I-864 affidavit of support.
Okay.
That's the entire thing.
So what's the first one again?
I-845, I-130, I-765, I-131, I-864.
Yes, sir. And the next question.
Yes.
When I put her paper, she got a daughter in Jamaica, which is 16-year-old now.
You're going to file a separate. You're going to file a separate application for the daughter. The daughter does not go on your wife's application. You're going to file a separate one, just an I-130 for the daughter.
I-130.
So it's going to be 2 different applications. Hold on one second. Let's have a consultation so you know what you're doing. Hold on one second.
All right. 1-800-529-5465.
We have a whole bunch. Everyone decides to call now, Squeeze. Let's try to go through it quickly.
I'm telling you. Let's
Tracy in Brooklyn. Tracy.
Yes, hi, good morning.
Yes, quickly. We're running out of time here.
Okay, my question is, I got married in 2008, and things didn't work out. My husband didn't, basically put in my paperwork. So, 3 years after, I had to leave Florida because I got married in Florida and come to New York. Now, I'm trying to find him to do a divorce. My question is, can I still put through my stuff as an unabandoned wife?
No, you cannot put your stuff through as an unabandoned wife, and you can put your stuff through as an abused spouse. But you never got your green card, right?
No, he never did anything. Basically, I was like a slave
to him. You got to get divorced or file as an abused spouse, one or the other.
Okay, all right.
Those are your choices. Hold on if you need help.
Once again, folks, got a reminder that this is all brought to you by USACreditRepairInc.com. We're going to be talking about them for about 2 minutes, and then we're going to go to, of course, RFK, Rapid Fire Kim. All right? And you want to take another one?
Let's take one more call.
Yeah, let's take another call.
Okay, and then leave your questions on Facebook. We're going to get to them in about 3 minutes to wrap up the show. But Kiernan in Queens, New York. Kiernan. Carrie Ann. I can't read. Carrie Ann, I can't read. My apologies.
Morning.
Morning. How are you?
I'm okay. Question. Green card holder, spouse, don't have any papers. If I choose to marry him, how soon after can I put in papers for him?
The next day you can put in papers. You have to understand it's not an adjustment like you're a U.S. citizen. You're filing an I-130. He gets put on a waiting list. In about 18 months, he's going to do a provisional waiver, go home, and come back and get his green card. It's a different process. We talked about it yesterday. It's a different process when you're a resident and you're marrying someone for a green card than when you're a citizen and marrying someone for a green card. But a resident absolutely can file for their spouse. It's just a different process.
If I choose to come to your office and use one of your lawyers, when I'm coming there, that's the time I have to bring the $100 for the consultation fee?
That is correct.
And you walk me through each step, like getting married and where I go and the papers.
We will tell you everything you need to do. There will be no surprises. Promise you.
Okay. Do I have to make an appointment or I can just come?
I would prefer you make an appointment so we know that you're coming. We don't like to be surprised. Hold on one second.
And they take debit, credit card, they take PayPal, they even take cash.
That's right, everything. Hold on one second. All right.
1-800-529-5465 is the number for the law offices of Spar Bernstein for you to book your appointment. Make that call, book your appointment. Do remember that they have criminal defense attorneys, personal injury, family law and tax law attorneys that are here to actually help you in multiple capacities. And once again, folks, we're continuing. We've got about a few minutes left on the show. Just want to remind people that it's brought to them by USACreditRepairInc.com. That's USACreditRepairInc.com. And Brad, what I wanted to touch on today is credit reports and credit scores. Let me ask you something. You're an attorney.
Should I go to USACreditRepairInc.com?
Inc.com? You can do that. Go to USACreditRepairInc.com. And you're going to go to articles.
Go to articles.
And then you're going to go
and I'm going to learn something.
You're going to go to the part that says debt, credit reports, and credit scores.
Let's see.
All right.
I'm going to go to articles.
Right.
And then what happens when I go to articles?
You're going to look for credit reports and credit scores.
Credit reports and credit score 580. Is that good or bad?
Nope, that's not it.
Why credit repair is worth it. 3 big changes to credit scores. Major changes. Why your FICO credit reports, and credit scores. Here it is.
That's it.
And then it says read more.
Okay.
So you want me to read this?
I need for you to read this at USACreditRepairInc.com.
All right. So there are 3 major credit bureaus, Squeeze. Yes. You're aware of this.
I thought you were going to do it without looking at it, but go on.
Okay. Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion.
Yeah,
3.
right.
Okay. Each collects information on your credit history, and they put it together and make your credit report.
Right.
From this report, from these 3 different people, Experian, Equifax, TransUnion, they derive a credit score. Right. And this score is a very quick way for anybody that's going to do business with you, lend you money, afford you payment plans, big purchases. It's a way for somebody who's doing business with an individual person to assess how risky it is to do business with you.
Right.
The higher your score is, the less risk is posed by somebody who's going to do business with you, lend you money, give you payment plans, lease you a car, get a mortgage for a home. The lower the score, the more risky it is.
Yeah.
And as a result, if there's going to be more risk, they're going to want to make more money.
Higher interest
And then they're
rates.
going to charge you higher interest rates. So that is how the score is developed. That is why it is important to have a good credit score. The woman who called this morning, or didn't call, was on our Rapid Fire Kim segment.
Right.
She said in 30 days the score went up 140 points.
Yep.
The FICO score, that's what she was talking about.
USA credit
It went up
personal
140 points, and because it went up 140 points, she is now able to do business with a bank and be able to get a mortgage. And the bank didn't kick her out on her ass, but said, "Come, you're welcome in our bank. You don't pose any risk to us. We will be glad to lend you money, and we will be glad to help you purchase your home." That's why she was so happy.
Very happy.
Okay? But you have to call USA Credit Repair to allow them to assess your situation.
Hence the number I'm about to give you for a 100% free consultation. So every single person that calls right now, you will get a free consultation at usacreditrepairinc.com. So ladies and gentlemen, here is the number to call. Every single person that calls, you will get a free consultation right now. The number is 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-872-7177. Brad did an excellent job in explaining the credit bureaus. A lot of folks try to understand the credit bureaus, and by the way, they are not government entities. A lot of people believe that they're government entities. They're a private institution making money off of you.
And they make mistakes all the time.
All the time.
Which is why USA
All the
Credit,
time.
and if you notice, if you ever go to your credit score, TransUnion, Equifax, what's the third one? Experian. They all have different scores.
Yes.
Why do they all have different scores? Because they're all making mistakes.
Yes.
Things are reported differently. They catch things. They lose things. There's a reason why all three, you have different scores on all three, which is why USA Credit Repair comes in and they sort it all out.
There you go. So we're going to be going to Kim right now, but once again, the number to call, as a matter of fact, if you call right now, normally for 3 months, it's $299. That's $99 on average per month. If you call right now, it's only going to be $99.
That's the triple play.
That's a triple play.
Yes.
Only $99, okay. That's a setup fee. Whoa, okay.
We have two, by the way, we have two sound effects.
Sound
I'm aware
effects,
of.
and that's it, right?
The ooh and the yeah!
So let's call it right now.
Those are our two sound effects.
You are saving $200 just about. All right.
What else do you have? Jill says we have a third one. Let's hear the third one. The laughter. I don't hear the laughter.
They all
It's coming
sound
too
like
low.
laughter to me.
Oh, that's the laughter. Turkeys. Let's hear turkeys.
Gobble, gobble. Gobble, gobble.
I don't hear turkeys.
Anyway, let me give out.
Oh, there's the turkeys. Yep, there's the turkeys.
Let me give out the
All
number
right.
for USA Credit Repair. Call right now, and of course, you have for the you're saving like $199. That's a good one. I like that one. 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-872-7177. 1-800-USA-7177. Make sure you go to the website usacreditrepairinc.com to look it up, look them up, or go to USA Credit Repair on Facebook.
Yes, 1-800-872-7177, 1-800-872-7177, 1-800-USA-7177, USA Credit Repair, our proud partners. And by the way, Wilmot Carter, thank you very much. He says, guys, you are doing a great job for people all across the world. Thanks a lot. Heart, heart, heart.
Beautiful, beautiful.
So
Thank you so much for
thank
that
you,
comment.
Wilmot. All right, so
Let's go to
rapid fire Kim.
to
What
top
do you
it
got?
off.
Let's
All right.
finish it off.
My fair lady.
Hello. Okay, I'll go ahead and fire these right off. True to my
Fire
name.
away.
Olive wants to know, are there any plans to make changes to adult citizen children filing for their parents?
Yes, the plan is for Donald Trump's plan is no more family immigration. Start the application process now.
Gotcha. Asking for a friend, Princess is asking, how long does it take for a case to be approved after receiving a prima facie establishment?
Yeah, that would be a VAWA case. So when you file a VAWA case, a Violence Against Women's Act, they give you a prima facie letter saying that on its face, prima facie means on its face, we haven't looked at it, but on its face you have a valid claim as a victim of violence, domestic violence. And when you get that, you can use that to go get government assistance, which you otherwise wouldn't be eligible for. So that's the purpose of the prima facie letter. From that point on, you got about a year.
Gotcha. Carla, what are the rules for Trinidad with regards to adoption for my grandchild?
Same rules as Jamaica. You have to strip the parents of their parental rights, and from there, bring them up as orphans.
Nicola wants to know, how long does it take for an I-130 to be approved for a 9-year-old in Jamaica? His priority date was August 7th of 2017, and he was sponsored by his American citizen stepfather.
Should be getting approved momentarily.
Neville's asking, I'm a U.S. Citizen. What's the cost to file for my mom?
$535 for the I-130. I don't know where else. I don't know where your mom is, so it depends where your mom is. But it's definitely at least $535, maybe more.
Antoinette wants to know, can I file for a sister or brother, and how long does it take? I'm a U.S. citizen.
Yes, about 12 to 15 years.
Theodon asks, my case is currently pending with USCIS, and I took my son up on his B2. Does my wife need consent from his mom in Jamaica to adjust his status? I got his birth certificate that we both signed.
If he's already here, they're not going to ask for any consent from the mom.
So the wife can file as the stepmom?
Yeah. Sometimes they ask for consent at the embassy, but not here once you're in the United States now.
Arlene wants to know, can I file for my adult son in Jamaica? I'm a U.S. citizen.
Of course.
Solomon is asking, I'm working with my social security number and ID, but I haven't gotten my EAD from USCIS. Can I still file tax returns with my U.S. citizen wife?
Yes.
Or wait to get my EAD?
No, file the tax returns. You got a valid social security number.
Shishi asks, how long does a U.S. citizen brother take to file for a sister living in the U.S. as well?
12 to 15 years. You'll see whether or not they can adjust or do a provisional waiver at the end. Who knows what the law will be in 2030.
There you go.
Godson asks, I did my biometric and then got a letter in the mail that I've got to do a 245I. What does that mean?
That means that 245I means that you were included in a bona fide I-130 or I-140 or labor application or I-360 filed prior to April 30th, 2001. You were physically here on December 20th, 2000, and you can pay a penalty fee and get your green card here.
Dawnette asks, if a 10-year green card holder got married and then decides to get her citizenship before she files for her husband, can she apply for her citizenship using her married name?
Yes.
Marky asks, I'm a citizen through naturalization filing for my wife. When going to the interview, do I need to have my birth certificate?
It's preferable, but as long as you have your naturalization, that's most important.
Gina asks, I'm a U.S. resident and have a business in Jamaica and I want to move there. How can I do this?
Bye-bye. Get a plane ticket and go.
See you.
Don't forget to pay your U.S. taxes. You're a U.S. citizen.
Gotta remember.
Susie asks, I came to the U.S. just 2 months ago, and now my U.S. citizen son is going to file for me. How long is it going to take so that I don't have to go back to my country?
First of all, you've only been here 2 months, so he's going to do nothing for you until the 3-month mark. And then at that point, you're going to adjust your status, and it'll take about another 6 months.
Charles asks, can my resident sister file for her brother in Jamaica?
No. Have to be a citizen.
It's just consonants, so I'm going to go King. King wants to know, how long do SIDS cases take from start to finish?
Less than a year. Family court should take less than 3 to 4 months, certainly in New York. And an adjustment through a SID should be less than 6 months, so it should be less than a year in total.
Bahira asks, my wife's brother died, and before he did, he asked her to take care of his son. We are residents of the U.S., and my aunt is currently taking care of him in Jamaica. We've had him since he was 2 years old. What can I do to get him here? His mom plays no part in his life.
Orphan petition, but you got to strip the mother of the parental rights, and you have to go into New York State court here or whatever state you live in, get a pre-adoption order, bring the child up to do the adoption. This is what we do here for a living. It's very rare that people do this on their own and actually get it right. You need a lawyer.
Annakie wants to know, I'm a U.S. citizen and I have legal guardianship over my nephew in Jamaica. How do I go about getting him in America? So she already has guardianship over him. Different person.
Same thing. Guardianship doesn't mean parents were stripped of their parental rights. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. So I'm not sure what guardianship she has down in Jamaica, but the same thing. You need to file an orphan petition. We'll see what you got.
King has a follow-up. Do you have to submit the medical with the SIDS cases at the same time, or do you wait until the interview?
Submit it with the same time.
Okay. And I think that we've successfully completed
There
social media
it
rapid fire.
All right, Squeeze, why don't you end the show? Tell them about our partner, USA Credit Repair. Tell them about the people who bring this to you, which is law offices of Spar and Bernstein. And tell them we'll be back at 12 o'clock.
There you go. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Brad and Squeeze Show, another edition. We're coming back at noon, okay, right here with yours truly and Brad Bernstein. And remember to always, of course, spread the word with all of your friends. Tell them to share on the Facebook page, Brad and Squeeze, and also check us out 93.5 FM at 9 every morning, and not every morning, but weekdays, 9 and noon. Also, thanks to our partner, USA Credit Repair Inc.com, a solid, good credit repair agency here in the United States of America. And once again, they're all about truly helping you. Call them right now for a 100% free consultation, and they're also going to give you 2 months, 60 days rather, of free credit repair. But you've got to call them now at 1-800-USA-7177. That's 1-800-872-7177, 1-800-872-7177, or if you want to look him up at usacreditrepair.inc.com or just Google USA Credit Repair, you'll find out more about them.
But before we run the credits, I just have to say, Jeff Bossy is hilarious. He writes, forget Ringling Brothers, this is the best show on earth. With that, we're out of here.
All right, thanks for that, Jeff. The proceeding was informational only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein Law Firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easily remembered, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465.
What are you doing?